Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Auni, and today I will be taking you into the shadows as we explore one chilling theme, Malaysia's most haunted places. Before that, brace yourself and enjoy.
Hari ini dikejutkan dengan tragedi yang melanda blok 1 kondominium Highland Tower.
Dia diam. Lepas tu bila cut, Sima dah lah tu.
Macam mana ni? Imagine standing in front of a tall, abandoned building, cold wine brushes past, and for a moment, you hear something or someone, but no one's there. That place is Highland Tower, once a luxury apartment, now one of Malaysia's most haunted sites. Even if you have never been to Highland Tower, we have all heard ghost story going up. I have spent time researching Highland Tower, looking into its history and stories behind the haunting to better understand why it still leaves such a strong impression on people. Today, I will share the story of Highland Tower and a real tragedy that turned into a hotspot for a ghost story and supernatural sightings. Firstly, we will look at the 1993 collapse. Then I will take you through the haunting that followed and make this place one of Malaysia's most feared. But before we dive into the ghost story, let's first understand the tragic event that started it all. The collapse that changed Highland Tower forever. The haunting of Highland Tower began with a real and devastating event that shocked the entire nation. Highland Tower was a set of 3 luxury apartment buildings in Ulu Klang built in 1970s to early 1980s, designed for upper-class family. It consists of 12 apartments named as Block 1, 2 and 3 respectively. On December 11, 1993, after days of heavy rainfall and soil erosion, Block 1 collapsed, killing 48 people. The tragedy made headlines and left a deep emotional scar on the community. But the story doesn't end with the brick and broken buildings. After dust settled, things started getting seriously spooky. After the collapse, stories of paranormal activity began to spread, turning the site into one of Malaysia's most feared places. People started sharing strange experiences. Some said they heard cries for help and going through the rooms. Others swore they heard footsteps when no one was around and even saw shadowy figures moving through the empty hallways. Despite the danger and warning, thrill seekers often sneak into the area. Some report terrifying encounters, leading many locals to believe that the site is spiritually disturbed. And things gets more interesting when someone decides to make a horror movie right there. Lights, camera and ghosts.
Okey, sekarang kita dah masuk ke bangunan Highland Tower.
Dah pukul 2.30.
Ada stairs. Ni baru karakter.
Tak, dia rasa dah berapa. Salah, kenapa?
Kenapa? Ada di tingkat 3.
Even years after the collapse, Highland Tower continued to send chills, but this time through a horror movie that was just as haunted behind the scene as the story it told. The cast and the crew did not just act out oral, but they experienced some of it for real while shooting the movie. Lights would flicker on their own, equipment would randomly break down, and some crew members claim they heard whisper and footsteps when no one else was around. This creepy story was shared in a real interview that you can watch today. There is a podcast on YouTube called Ashraf Channel where the host interviewed one of the actors, Mikael Andre, from the film. He shared behind the scenes stories that are honestly hard to forget and just add the mystery, fear surrounding the place. Even after all these years, Highland Tower still give people chills. So, before we wrap things up, let's take a moment to think about why this place continue to stick in people's mind. Highland Tower is more than just a collapsed building. It is a place marked by real tragedy and surrounded by chilling ghost story that still haunt people today. Whether you believe in spirit or not, the story of Highland Tower reminds us how deeply trauma can linger in memory, emotion, and maybe even in the silence of ruins. So, if you ever pass by the shadow of Highland Tower, don't look too long. Something or someone might just be looking back.